There was once a little boy who spoke so late in life that his parents worried something was wrong with him. He sat in silence, staring at the world, not confused but curious. When he finally did speak, his words came slowly. His teachers called him dull. His classmates mocked him. And one day his teacher told his mother, "Your son is too slow to learn anything." But that mother refused to believe it. She looked at her son and said, "You are not slow, Thomas. You are gifted. You just learn differently." That boy's name was Thomas Alva Edison, and the world would one day remember him, not for how he started, but for how he refused to stop. Thomas was homeschooled from that day on. His mother filled their home with books, science, philosophy, history, anything that could feed his imagination. He spent hours taking things apart just to see how they worked. Clocks, toys, telegraphs. He wasn't just reading about the world, he was experimenting with it. While others memorized answers, Thomas chased questions. His mother gave him knowledge, but curiosity became his real teacher. As a teenager, Edison took a job selling newspapers and candy on a train. But instead of wasting his spare time, he turned one of the train cars into a tiny laboratory. There, he ran experiments, mixed chemicals, and built small machines, right beside stacks of newspapers. Until one day, an experiment went wrong. A bottle tipped over. The mixture caught fire. The train filled with smoke. He was dragged out and thrown off the train at the next station. His equipment destroyed. His job gone. Most people would have quit that day. But Edison didn't see failure. He saw information. He simply said, "Well, I've learned one more way that doesn't work." Years later, Edison opened a small laboratory, a place filled with wires, glass, and endless possibilities. He had a vision that no one believed in. He wanted to create a light that would burn without fire. At the time, cities were dark. People relied on gas lamps and candles. The idea of light powered by electricity seemed impossible, even foolish. But Edison believed the impossible was simply the untested. He said, "I will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles." That belief became his obsession. He and his team began testing material after material. Metal, thread, bamboo, cotton, anything that might hold the spark. Days turned into nights. Nights turned into weeks. Edison failed once, then twice, then 100 times. Each filament burned out. Each attempt ended in smoke. His team grew tired. Some quit. Reporters mocked him. Investors pulled their money. But Edison kept going. He worked 18 hours a day, barely sleeping, testing thousands of materials. Someone once asked him, "How does it feel to fail 1,000 times?" He replied, "I haven't failed 1,000 times." The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. Those words became the anthem of persistence. Proof that the only true failure is quitting. Then came one quiet evening in 1879. The lab was cold, the world was asleep. Edison placed a thin bamboo filament inside a glass bulb, sealed it, and sent electricity through it. The bulb flickered, once, twice, then began to glow. Softly at first, then brighter, and it stayed glowing. Edison froze, staring at the light. His assistants gathered around, silent, eyes wide. Minutes passed, then hours. The light didn't go out. For the first time in human history, darkness had met its match. Edison smiled, not in pride, but in quiet victory, because he had proved something greater than science, that persistence creates miracles. Edison's lab became his world. He tested over 1,000 materials, from bamboo fibers to horsehair, from platinum to paper. Every experiment ended the same way, darkness. But every failure brought him one step closer to light. People began to laugh. Newspapers mocked him. "Edison is wasting his life chasing light," they said. But he kept smiling, because he knew that behind every laugh was fear. Fear of the impossible becoming possible. And then one night, something happened. He placed a carbonized bamboo filament into a bulb, connected it carefully, and flipped the switch. The bulb glowed, faintly at first, then brighter. until the room was filled with light. For the first time in history, darkness bowed to human perseverance. Greater than soon, the world saw what he had done. Streets that once drowned in darkness began to glow. Homes lit up, factories worked longer, cities came alive at night. Edison didn't just invent a bulb, he lit up civilization. He once said, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison didn't chase success, he chased discovery. His real invention wasn't the bulb, it was resilience itself. Maybe your dream has failed 1,000 times too. Maybe people have laughed and you felt alone in the dark. But remember this, every failure is one more step toward your light. Keep going. The world doesn't need another Edison. It needs you to refuse to quit. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. It really helps the channel grow and keeps you updated whenever a new video drops.